Oh, fresh thyme, you cannot beat it. Ancient Romans loved panis focaccias, a bread baked on the hearths of their wood-fired ovens. Italians used so many different toppings and flavourings as the idea spread throughout Italy. And it's the bakers of Florence who decided to stud it with grapes, obviously from their abundant grape harvest. Now, they called it sciacciata, but with my pronunciation, I'm not going to give that a try. I'm just going to call this dish today my grape and fennel seed flatbread. Now let's get started on the dough. We've got to get some water into the bowl first of the mixer and then a few grams of yeast. We're going to leave that for about 5 minutes until the yeast is activated. Now we're going to get the flour in and the olive oil and we'll get that dough mixing. Okay, I've given that a good knead in the mixer for about 5 minutes and I've let it double in size. So let's get it out of the bowl and form it into our flatbread. Okay, a little bit of flour on the board. And just be really gentle with it because we don't want to knock the air out of our focaccia dough. Just gently punch it down. And you want to fill your tray as much as you can. So just kind of flatten it out roughly to the size of your tray. A little bit of flour on the tray. Try not to get any over yourself. And in she goes. You can pull it out just so it fits into the edges of the tray, push it in, and so we're now going to let that double in size once more before we start it with our grapes and get it in the oven. Okay, we've got to check if it's proved. Very simple process. Flour on the finger and dab it, and if it doesn't spring back, you know it's ready to get in the oven. Very simple. We're going to stud it with these grapes. We'll get them on top and literally just press them into the dough. That'll help so it really springs back when we get it into this hot pizza oven. Pop them through, and when it cooks in the pizza oven, these grapes release all of their juices into the bread. You get the most sensational flatbread with it. And I'm going to serve it with some chorizo sausage that will cook in the pizza oven as well. Now, a sprinkle of fennel. I love the aniseed flavour that it's giving. And a little bit of sea salt. Now let's get this into the oven. Okay, this looks absolutely sensational. I've just cooked it for about 15 minutes. There we go. Now, to finish it off, some fresh thyme, and I want to brush this so it soaks up lots of olive oil. So I'll get more of the fresh thyme that I've picked from the garden and just completely drizzle it with the olive oil. Now let's get this onto our serving board, and some chorizo that I've just baked in the pizza oven right on top there, and we have the most sensational summer afternoon snack with a glass of wine.